Welcome to Serenity Productions.
I really do wish you girls would just tell me where you found all this material. I could just go through it on my own.
No.
Well, don't everyone answer all at once.
BB, are there any more mozzarella sticks? Ooh, can I have the last 3? Larkatia, you already had all of them.
I'll trade you my Fayajuka.
Thank you.
Okay, so this J.
Who may or may not be the Jocelyn that the elder was talking about.
Right, so J, for now, made all these runes themselves, and apparently the end goal was to make the one on my back.
Correct. It took them a total of 10 tries to perfect whatever they were trying to do.
We still haven't translated the text yet?
Unfortunately, no. Morgana is also trying to speed things up on her end, but she's being pulled in several different directions. We were able to translate this one, though, which, conveniently enough, was a strong shield spell. It's got her shop and the entire block covered. No race are getting in there.
Did we also pass that along to Mel?
Yep. And to my family down on the island. Which means that the sanctuary spots are secured for now.
Wonder if the head honcho of all this is going to notice that we're using stronger runes.
Well, hopefully we have some time before they do. I can't imagine they're going to be very happy.
You seriously never talked to the orchestrator of all this?
Cassandra was very persistent about keeping my direct contacts to a minimum. So no, I did not have contact with the leader of this whole operation.
You haven't even heard of them in passing?
No. Well, the best we can do is use these to our advantage. They take a lot of magic, but they seem to be worth it. I like this one.
A portal rune?
Yes. Those brilliant Fae always said they were the ones to develop the portal magics, and that's why for the longest time they had control over them. Wouldn't it be nice to expose another one of their lies for the world to see? And also develop our own portal network without the council or the Fae knowing.
Okay, what makes these better than the portals we already have?
Extra secure. You can't hack it using any other portal magic. Which means the race can't use ours. Also, if anyone does try to use the portals without permission, apparently they'll be ripped into a million pieces, soul included. So a perfect one-way ticket right back to Hellion. We've already given a couple to Fang's mom to replace all the portals with except one that leads straight into the throne room. No one is sneaking into this castle unless they want to be a lab rat for how these things work. In reality, rather than theory.
You two are scary when you work together, you know that, right?
We know.
What does this one do?
Endless water source for crops.
And this one?
Rune to control weather patterns.
Sounds like Jay was trying to create utopia.
Trying to is the right way to put it. There are several different runes here with several different variations, notes, and other names. Guessing they needed other people to run the experiments.
But if they were creating the runes, shouldn't they have been able to use them?
Not according to this.
The journal.
I've only been able to translate part of it, but apparently RJ could only create runes. They couldn't use them. They were the smith that made the weapons for others to harness and use.
Sounds tiresome.
It was. They don't say names in the journal, only letters. And apparently their brother D was a hard-ass. Wanted to create the perfect world where there was no hunger, no weakness, no mistakes, and no waste, even in death. Just perfection. Which leads us to this one.
This looks like fun.
That's because it is. Energy weapons. I thought these were just a myth, but apparently they used to be a thing. Imagine you and Sasha with unlimited ammo.
Sounds like there's a catch.
There is. It's powered by souls.
Okay, less fun.
I couldn't agree more.
Wondering if having access to Hellion would have made this a lot easier.
I'm glad your mind went there as well. I think that's what your rune's for. Unlimited access to both the afterplanes. Harmonia and Hellion.
But why?
Well, not only was Jay an architect of runes, but an architect of machines as well.
What the Hellion is that?
From what we can guess, it's a soul extractor. It turns souls or even pieces of them into energy. Pure, unrefined energy.
Think of it. You wouldn't need to use resources anymore. You'd be using souls for everything. Light, power, transportation.
Weapons.
Yes. Very powerful weapons. These could kill anything. And all you would need is an unlimited amount of souls.
That's
clever.
Disgusting. Doesn't matter how little of a soul is left, it was still part of someone. It holds memories, a life. To pervert it like this is... it's deplorable.
So what happened? It looked like Jay had everything to make this work.
And there were notes for a ceremony to take place just a few dates after Jay had perfected the rune. This deed didn't seem like the type to put on a display if everything is not going to go according to plan.
Maybe Jay had a change of heart.
After spending so much time on the rune, though? Why have a change of heart?
Well, once I finish translating the rest of this, maybe I'll let you read it.
I honestly just think you should let me read it anyway.
Might not be the worst idea, Cypher.
You know what? I'm willing to take a chance on that. Try reading a page.
What?
Try reading a page of the journal. And not one of the translated sections.
Okay, sigh, very funny. Where are the untranslated pages? What all the pages are in common?
Eve.
Sigh, your pranks need work.
Eve, the page you're on is still in Nephilim.
But... Bibi, you can read this, right? Right?
Eve.
What the fuck is happening to me, Cypher? I wasn't able to read Nephilim before.
Okay. It's okay. It's okay, just breathe.
How interesting.
Scales, I need some water. Harriet, can I have another page?
Any in particular?
Just one that isn't translated. Can you read this?
Sigh.
I know. This is scary, but I need you to concentrate. Just look at this.
No. Can't.
Eve, answer me honestly. When you dream, do you feel like you're looking through another set of eyes? I need you to look at the journal. And just read something out of it. It's okay. Let it wave over you. Bibi, trust me.
I just wanted...
Wanted what?
So close. Can't let him, can't stop.
Stop what, Eve? I couldn't hold it. I couldn't. It's okay. It's okay. You did great. Maybe just help her out for a minute.
Want to explain, Cypher?
It's just a theory. You're right, BB. We are past the point of theories. I think Eve has a piece of a Nephilim soul in her, attached to hers. And I think it might be Jay's. Think about it. Everything we found, everything since you found that ruin, you've been having these different dreams. It's something I've been keeping track of since we came to the Ethereal. With everything going on, I didn't want to rule it out. But I don't have Nephilim in my line. It doesn't matter. This is something completely different. I've heard of it before, but never seen it.
Reincarnation?
Kind of. Reincarnation doesn't work like the way the mundane world thinks it does. It's when a soul is broken and doesn't make it to Hellion. It's so rare that we don't take account for it. But there are some instances where a soul just floats around until it latches onto someone. I remember my mother telling me stories about people having memories that weren't their own. I think you're one of those people, Eve. I don't know how, but... So I'm not even... me? No. You are you. Completely and totally you. Just, think of yourself like a car, and someone left something of theirs in the back seat. It's so small you wouldn't be able to notice it until one day you just saw it sitting back there. Your first encounter with the race must have triggered that soul to wake up, which led you to find the rune in the cave, and after you got that, it just got stronger. So, I'm a carrier for a part of Jay's soul. It's a theory, but I've been wondering about it for a long time. And what you just did with the journal? Well, I think it's safe to say it might be true.
I knew you were interesting, little hunter. I didn't know you were this interesting.
What does this mean, Sai? Means we just have to make sure that whoever is running the show is not going to find you or get to you. Or find out that you're carrying this part of the soul. And means you're going to have to be the one to read through that book and find out what Jay is hiding.
I'm scared, Cypher.
I know, but we're right here to help you get through this. We aren't going anywhere, okay? And I promise you are still going to be Eve at the end of this.
Okay.
So if anyone was wondering, I was able to fight for Latino food at the wedding, and... Why do I feel like I just walked into a very tense time?
You might want to sit down for this, Sasha. It's gonna be a lot.